Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to thank you, Jesus, for another beautiful day that we can come today before you on Business Talk with Sedrick Turner. Listen, when God order your steps, you better take them. When God tap you on your shoulder, you better listen. I did. It took some time for me to listen because my head kind of hard. You see, it's big and hard. So I want to bring on to the show. I'm telling you, when I was in Westwood, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows who this man is, the Bushman. Every time you turn on the radio, K97, Stan Bell, serving them up well. He talking about the Winbush. He talking about the Bushman. The Bushman Firehouse Production. Who can't forget? I can't. I remember I told you when I talked to you, Mr. Bush. You remember that Subway shop on Main Street? I said,
sir.
Mr. Bush said, hey, I got a boutique around the corner. I said, I'm going to see it. Mm-hmm. So listen, guys, without further ado, I know some people might be at work, but you got to listen to this. Because this right here, this interview right here is going to inspire you. It's going to motivate you. Because guess what? God uses us. He uses everybody. He uses us. And I'm telling you, this man right here, God, he's going to share his story. People might think they know, but they don't know. So without further ado, Mr. Bob Winbush, the Bushman, is in the house.
Thank you, Mr. Sid. I'm glad to be here, sir.
Likewise, sir.
I'm really highly flabbergasted to be here, man. I've been watching you on social media. You're doing an awesome job out there, brother. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to give thanks to the good Lord. Amen. Because he have touched me many times and I wasn't listening. Mm. And that's what I had to go through. I had to go through my trials and tribulations to really understand how good God is, tell you the truth, Sedrick. Mm-hmm. I'm from a little country town called Gold Dust. Hmm? This is what this book is about, from Gold Dust to top promoter to prison to gratitude. Mm. I started working when I was 6 years old. Mm-hmm. My daddy was a sharecropper. Mm-hmm. Daddy taught us how to work at early age. He didn't play. He was a very mean, dark, 6 foot, 280-pound man. Mm. And he mean for us to work. There was 3 of us. My brother Charles and Ronnie, rest in peace. Mm. Out of all of my siblings, I'm the only one living. It was 10.
Oh, wow.
And I was the beast. I'm so flabbergasted and so gratitude that God gave me a second chance. I'll tell you my story, if you don't mind.
Your flow, blood. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I started working when I was 6 years old, Gold Dust, Tennessee. I graduated from a school called Ripley, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. I left home when I was 17 years old. I got tired of that country living. Mm-hmm. I moved to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My sister sent me to computer school. I went to Temple for a minute. I went to Business Wharton School, and I graduated from a computer education school as a computer operator. Mm-hmm. I took up programming at that time also. I got married, which I've had 4 wives now.
How many?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
My first wife was a Puerto Rican girl, okay. Black Puerto Rican girl. After my father got sick, I moved back to the country, mm-hmm. Bought me a trailer and put it on the land that my daddy had. Mm-hmm. I moved my girl from Philadelphia, and man, she was so mean. All she wanted to do was argue and fight. Mm. I stayed married with her for 3 months. My second wife, I met a girl from Memphis. I may not want to call their names. We stayed married for about 11 months. Mm. My third wife, her father and mother was a cricket ranch. They owned crickets. Mm. They sold crickets to mineral shops all over the world. Mm-hmm. We stayed married 4 years. I lived a very fast life. My last wife, I married her in prison, in Milton. We only stayed married for about 2 or 3 months. That was not going to work. I advise any man that's in prison, and this is my point of view, you don't need to be married.
You know what? I mean, since you're on marriage, I've never been married before, and I pray God bless me one day to get married. And it's coming soon. I can feel it.
How old are you, Sedrick?
How old I am? 24.
Okay.
No, 54. 54. So and the reason why I ask, because to me it's important to hear, you know, like you've been married 4 times. And the reasons behind, and I know we all young, because remember back in the day, I wasn't mature enough to get married.
And that's what I'm about to tell you. I was not mature enough to be married.
So kind of explain to us, since we're on this subject.
Well, since we're on the subject, I advise a man to try to get a woman of the same yoke as him. My first wife, I was young and full of dumb and full of semen. Crazy. Was not ready for no marriage. My second wife, I had got on drugs. We both was on drugs. That did not work out. My third wife was the best wife that I ever had. She was well off. She loved me. And I had a lot of heroism in me. And I got caught. Back then, I had a phone that book dialed her. And she was at the house listening to me act a fool while this woman having sex with me. I'm acting a fool, hooping and hollering and calling names and all that.
Now, you had no Diddy party, did you, there, Bushman? Go ahead.
No, it wasn't a Diddy party, but I guess it was a Diddy party between me and her. I would put it like that.
Boy,
so when I got home, my wife asked me, where were I? I told her that I was just hanging out with the boys. She said, you're a lie. She said, you need to tell the truth. And it was hard for me to tell her the truth that I was cheating. To make a long story short, she said, tell the truth. So I thought if I tell the truth, she might forgive me. That didn't happen. I told her the truth. I told her what happened. 6 months, me and her could not really get together. No more sex, no nothing.
Yeah.
I cooked for her. She'd come home. I had the food because I was on the fire department. And we worked 3 days a week, all 4 days. And I had everything laid out for her, but she still would not forgive me. For 6 months, I said, I can't deal with this. I said, I'm going to try to make it work. You don't want to make it work. Evidently, you don't love me no more. And I said, I feel like you're being selfish, which I done you wrong. You don't have to forgive me. I said, but I want to make it work. But that didn't work. So one morning I woke up. I said I ain't gonna call her back. I keep on to call her name. I said, I want to make love to you. She said, well, go out there and make love to them whores that you was making love with. I said, okay. So I went in the bathroom. Tears come in my eyes. I called Charles and Ewan. I said, Charles, I said, man, you're going to have to come get me, man. He said, what's wrong, Winbush? I said, you got to come move everything that's up in this house. I'm living in Germantown that belongs to me. Come get me. So he said, okay, man. He had the folks over there just like that. I moved to Whitehaven in an apartment, bought a house together over there off of Range Road. And that's where I started living that real crazy life. I was on the fire department. I was a private dancer. And I got in contact with the cartels. But before I go there, I want to say this about being married. Married is a job. Married is like a business. People get tired of one another. But you have to give people their space. You want to make sure you married a woman said that in case you break your leg, will she be there to help you?
No, say that again.
In case you break your leg, you got to have a woman that's going to be there to help you. And let me say this. And if she break her leg,
absolutely,
you got to be there to help her.
Amen.
You got to be committed. You can't cheat. Cheat and lying will not work in a marriage. And most men from 18, well, I said 12 years old, until he get close to 50, Big Joe, Little Joe down there running him. It's hard for him to master Little Joe. I don't care what nobody says. I'm speaking to experience. Most men is not going to tell you that. Little Joe was running me, and Little Joe run a lot of men. You got to be able to capitalize on Little Joe. If you be able to capitalize on Little Joe, and you done found a woman that you really love, then you treat her right.
Let me ask you this. So, from a man's point of view, and we are men, and two women, sometimes a woman has to understand a man has to understand a woman. Right? And it's being truth and transparent with one another.
Amen.
Okay? And certain times, a man, from a man point of view, you don't want to hurt that woman. Mm-hmm. But the best thing you can do is tell her the truth. But some women don't like the truth. Okay? They don't like the truth. So with that, Mr. Winbush, I'm asking you, based on your experience, what was the teacher for you? What was the thing that broke you down from doing what you're doing to a woman?
What broke me down was the spirit that dwells in me. I wasn't doing right, and I got a conscience. Yeah, a lot of women don't want to hear the truth, but a lot of women do want to hear the truth. Truth gonna always shine over a lie. See, when you lie, you got to deal with that every day, and it bothers you if you got a conscience. So it don't matter if she don't want to deal with the truth. You teach her to learn to deal with the truth. She teach you to learn to deal with the truth. Like I said in the beginning, marriage is a job. If you want this job, if you want this woman, then you're going to learn to deal with this woman and make her happy, and vice versa.
Well, can you have a furlough in a marriage? No, just kidding. Just kidding. Go ahead.
No, I don't think so.
That's a joke. That's a joke. But anyway, we could talk about that. But the thing about it is, you know, I've heard you came out on one of your lives, and I really listened to you, how much mistakes you made, and we all men.
Well, I didn't make no mistakes.
Well, what I'm saying, the things you admitted to, the things that you did and that you corrected.
Right.
And once you as a man correct things, first of all, you got to get yourself right with God.
Amen. That's the key.
If you don't get yourself right with God, I don't care what relationship you're in, it's not going to be right.
It's not going to work.
You know, and the Lord knows that I get tired of going home to a lonely house.
I understand.
You know, we all do.
I'm a single man myself, and I understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying, right?
I don't even have a girlfriend. I just have friends, associates. I'm not even committed to a girlfriend right now.
Okay, so you're not committed. But at the end of the day, you want to be committed. You
yes,
want somebody,
I do.
And we want to be committed, right?
Yes.
We want to be 100% committed and transparent that a woman that would be our ride and die.
That's
because
right.
you got a lot of women and men say, but they don't understand the word of being a ride and die.
Well,
right?
That's right.
Okay.
I'm going to go to this part of this story. When I'm going to tell, well, let me say this much about marriage. And well, let me put it like this. I had a lady, I'm going to just say her name is V. V was a ride and die with me because she was my co-defender. I've been sentenced Georgia since I was 18 years old. I went to prison when I was 57 years old.
You were 57?
Yes, sir. Wow. That's how long that I was in the game. I started Bushfire Production in 1990. Fame, money, women, and drugs will destroy you if you don't keep God in your life. I had fame, money, women, and power. 4 things I had. I had restaurants, I had a boutique, I had a club, I had all kind of cars, Mercedes. It don't make no difference. I can buy whatever I want to buy. And if I see the woman that I wanted, if I can't talk her out of what I wanted, I will buy her. That's what my mindset was.
You sugar dad, what you call?
I was in the kind of daddy you want me to be.
You sugar dad? Sugar dad Bush.
I was whatever I wanted. If I wanted you bad enough, if I can't talk you or get you to be with me, my money was long enough to buy you.
All right, and I stand right there. Money don't buy love, though.
I didn't want no
Now,
love.
hold on.
Right.
I'm talking about love.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes.
So the moral of your story is the bottom line is you get into. So tell us the moral of the story.
The moral of the story, like you just said, money don't buy love. But at that state of mind, said I was a whore, a pig, and a billy goat. Okay?
You was a three-way street,
I was a three-way street. I've lived the best. I've done the best. I had the best. I met the cartels in the 90s. I didn't need to mess with the cartels because I was a fire inspector. I'm making good money. I'm making good money with Bush Fire Production because I done brought everybody from 50 Cent, Ludacris, Jesus, James Brown, you name them. I done sit down and had dinner with them. Michael Jordan, we sitting just like we sitting, we eating and talking. He's told me, he's Winbush, I'm going to be a billionaire. I looked at him. Hell, I was a millionaire, but I wouldn't think about being no billionaire. He's Winbush, I'm going to be a billionaire. So one thing about that I learned now I can see. That's why I said I could tell anyone, I'm the ideal catch now because I understand love. I understand being honest. I understand being transparent. And what I was saying, that later they rode with me, they called me with 5 keys, over $150,000 cash. I had a pistol on me, which was, I was allowed to carry this pistol. But they were trying to get her to turn against me. They said, Winbush is a king dog. Everybody know him. They've been watching me since 2002. We went to the fight. Me and one of my friends, the mayor was sitting behind me, and I'm sitting on the front row beside Ice Tea and Coco with a chinchilla on. So everybody want to know who I was.
You know what, Mr. Winbush? I'm going to tell you this. And I want you to tell your story. But it's nothing against what everybody has their own road to travel.
Everybody got their story, their own journey.
Their own journey. But I remember back in 1993 when I first started my first Subway shop, my goal was to show young black men, what color you are, that you can make it without doing drugs.
You can.
And I told myself and I prayed to the Lord that God, I don't care how low I get, I would never sell drugs. Never. So you chose that street.
That was my choice.
That was your choice.
That's right.
So we and the thing about it, we all have choices.
That's right.
And your life is destined. Everybody's life is destined.
Yes, sir.
Right? And you got a door you have to choose. Same thing like when you know, God, like I said, he orders your steps. Because if he didn't, you won't be a testimony to share with everybody today.
That's right.
So I want you to share you want to share your whatever, your prison time. I want you to share your story, sir. Please.
Well,
okay.
My story is that I lived an awesome life, man. And to be honest with you, I let God get away from me. I didn't pay attention to God because he already was telling me when Bush sit down. Well, that's when my life changed when I got in the 90s when I met with the cartels. The cartels was bringing me 2,000 pounds of weed every 2 weeks, dropping it off at the Shell Entertainment Complex on a Swift truck. I took care of the cartels and the cartels took care of me. I didn't make no mistake. I chose to do that. I chose, that's what I was telling you about, fame, power, and money. I was making plenty of money, but I got greedy. I wanted more money. I wanted more women. I wanted more fame. And all of that was nothing but the devil riding my back, kept telling me, go on, Winbush, do that. Don't be worried about what the Lord said. I wasn't even paying attention to what he was saying. That's why I ended up getting caught. So after I went through all of that said and doing what I did and asking God, now I can understand why God blessed me. I'm not here to brag about what I've done. I'm here not to boost what I've been through. All I want to let these young kids, especially these teenagers, those are the ones that I'm trying to reach. I told any school person, any principal who want me to come talk to the kids, I would do that. You out here wearing all these fancy shoes, fancy clothes. I've had the best of everything. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, it don't make none. Clothes don't excite me like that. Money don't excite me no more. Only thing now I want is peace and love. But to make the story short is to let people to understand I'm not glorifying what I've been through because God has given me this second chance. I had a pistol pulled on me and snapped 3 times. Just like when I first got out of prison, Cynthia Morrell was the one that helped me get into real estate, helped me get 2 houses, do all of that, and helped me start back in the promotion business.
What's her name again?
Cynthia Morrell.
Cynthia Morrell is.
If you ever want to get a house, you better get in touch with her. House, commercial property, or whatever. I have to brag on her. Right now, her daughter worked with me. Visha Williams, that's her daughter. She is my music director in my music business. I got a new song coming out, which is Sensitive Love. I'm just jumping all the way around.
Fine, you're good.
But in that fast game, I'm not here to glorify it. I just want somebody to listen to me or some parent to listen to me to understand that God gave me a second chance, and a lot of us don't get no second chance. So God showed me favors. He showed me favors, and I recognize that because out of all that I've been through, I done faced death 3 times. I've been married 4 times. I've been in the game from 18 years old to 57. That's how long I've been in the game. But I was in the game in a private way. I wasn't out there boasting and advertising. Because when I went to prison, nobody knew I was going to prison.
How long did you stay in prison?
I stayed 5 years. They gave me 10. Obama, for first-time offenders and nonviolent, that helped me get out, and my brother. That's what helped me get out of prison. I did 5 years. When I first went in prison, they sent me, the judge, I got my case in Hartford, Mississippi. And my lawyer said, Winbush, he said, you got one problem. And the white boy. I said, what problem is that? I don't want y'all to say the N word, but that's what he told me. He said, Winbush, you a nigga. And the judge don't like black people. I said, what? He said, yes. So he did all he could for me. I got to the judge's ear. I talked to him. But he knew I was a first-time offender. He knew that I gave back to the community because I have helped a lot of people in Memphis. I done bought women's cars. I done helped pay car notes. I done helped pay rent. I done fed the kids. I done all of that. I wasn't stingy with my money. I was blessed. And I helped a lot of people. But a lot of people was around me for just what I could do. And now I know who my friends are.
So when all that left, what happened?
When all that left, when I came out of the system, they took everything I had. When I came out of the system, like I would tell you, Miss Morrell, she gave me a door opener. After that, I got into a little promotion, but then I got into consulting. And after that, I got to talking. I had a good friend said, Winbush, you need to write a book. Odell Sanders brought that idea to me. Miss Dorothy Cooper is the publisher of my book. She's out of Arkansas, and she helped me put this book together. I told her my story. And this is the reason why I got this book. But all the women was the one that was buying all my book. And now they want to see gratitude too. Because they say I didn't go deep enough in gratitude 1. I was just saying, fame and all that, I've done it. I done kicked it with the best artists. I done sit down and snout cocaine with them, smoke dope with them, you name it. Because a lot of the artists that come to the city, they own drugs. Prince, I've done Prince. I had after party for Prince. Their private life is that they want them some women and they want them some drugs.
Oh, have mercy.
I don't care. It's just the facts.
You know,
from Johnny Taylor to Willie Hutch to all of them. I ain't brought RuPaul for the lesbians and the gays. They said, Winbush, you don't do nothing for us. I said, well, then what you mean? I said, who you want? We want to see RuPaul. So I brought RuPaul to Ebony and Ivory on Court Street. What were you about to ask me? Don't get quiet on me now.
Listen, I've heard a lot of stories.
You ain't gonna hit that like this one.
Like I said, I heard a lot of stories. But at the end of the day, your demise was sex, drugs, and money.
Yes, sir.
Right? That was your demise.
That's what it was.
And I just, I'm not judging your life. And God has to judge. He's gonna judge your life and mine too.
That's right.
And everybody's life. But I look at it and I look back at my life like, wow. I had the opportunity to choose whatever road I want to, but I didn't.
You didn't, and that's a blessing.
Did, and that was a blessing behind it. And I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. Winbush. We got to stop sitting back and start giving back.
That's right.
We got to, God tapped me on my shoulder and told me that, hey, I want you to get in these schools or wherever you can to impact every child that you possibly can. That's the steps I order for you. Mm-hmm. I don't care what color they are.
That's right.
I don't care what religion. I don't care if they're rich, poor. I don't care.
Right.
That's what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants you to get other soldiers with you.
Mm-hmm.
The kids, they need to hear your story, sir.
Mm-hmm.
They need to hear stories that can inspire them.
Because I can relate to them.
You can relate to people. Can't do what you do. People can't do what I do. People can't be rap artists or basketball players.
That's true.
So they need to hear these things. And I hear it every day, all day long, what the problems are. But guess what? We about to come up with solutions. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, when I had talked to you, what you doing? I was just saying, our race system is low, and what came to me in my thing, man, I said, what if we had tutors in every school system? Every school system in Memphis, what if we had a tutor to help kids to be better? Like that man that was over there at East High, I can't call his name. Vince, whoever, he's a white guy. Mm-hmm. And he made sure that he brought that grade system up for the kids at East.
Well, you know what? You can have tutors, but we need more motivation. Okay. We need things to bring them to school. See, they've taken a lot of things out of some schools, like band and extracurricular activities. We need these kids to get involved. That's why they're coming up, just like, for an example, I want to say it's Dr. Richmond. He's founded the Fight Free.
Isaac Richmond?
No, Dr. Roger Richmond.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so he started the Fight Free, and if a certain days the kids don't fight, they get rewarded. Mm-hmm. I just talked to a principal, attendance. They got attendance thing to motivate kids to come to school. Okay. So those are things they need to see that. They need for us to get involved so they can see us.
That's right.
We need to come there. Mm-hmm. They don't want, like people say, what you need. Listen, guys, I'm blessed beyond measures. I don't need your money. Mm-hmm. I just need your time.
That's right.
Just come over. Mm-hmm. Spend some time with these kids. I'm going over to Seattle on Friday to be a judge in the spelling bee contest.
Okay.
That's what they need to see, sir. Mm-hmm. We know what the problems are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need the tutors, but the kids need us in their lives.
They need to hear from us. They need to hear from us. They need to see us, and they need to see what we've been through so that they don't make the mistakes or bad choices that I made.
Amen.
Because there's so many of them dying. You may not get lucky and have favors like me. Mm-hmm. See, you may not be able to get up and come to your show and tell your story, and here you are 18, 19 years old, and you carrying a pistol and you out there shooting. Mom and daddy, a lot of the parents don't have them but a mother. A lot of the daddies got to get off their butt and do what they need to do. All you want to do is want that woman to open her legs up and you put semen in her and then put a baby on her, and you ain't there to help support that baby.
Yeah, it's not fun.
That is not fun. Mm-mm. So you got a lot of women out there trying to play mom and dad. A woman can't raise no boy properly. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. See? Because like I tell you, boys, he got little Joe wearing the daylights out of him. Mm-hmm. And little Joe gonna be here out here trying to have sex with these girls and all of that. That's why the venereal disease is so high in Memphis. Ain't nobody teaching these little bad boys about what's going on. So that's what I said. I may not be able to talk to the little bitty girls and the little bitty boys. I'm trying to reach them ones out here 14, 15, 16 years old that can relate to what I'm saying about cocaine, about marijuana, about meth, about 4 bars, about 2 bars. That's where I'm at.
You belong to a church?
Yes.
What's the name of your church?
I belong to a church. I used to go to the church called New Salem Baptist Church, Reverend Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I had a church that was in the country, which was called Gold Dust Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you about your churches. I like to go in fellowship, but I'm not going to sit up and tell you, say that I'm in the church every Sunday.
No, they want to ask me.
Because I'm not.
That's not what I'm
saying. I know what you're saying.
Go ahead.
My church is right here. My church is in my heart. I know God has blessed me. I know this for a fact because what I have been through and what he allowed me to do and be right today, most people wouldn't be here at all. They've been dead.
How old are you, Mr. Lewis?
Oh, geez, I'm 29 plus.
29 plus. So is.
I never tell my age, but since you told me your age,
how old are you, Mr.
I'm 72.
That's a blessing, brother.
See what I'm talking about?
See, that's a blessing.
See, I am 72 years old.
Well,
and believe me, I know the game. I've been in the game, and I know what it takes to make life a better life. That's why I was telling you about marriage. See, marriage is a very complicated thing because, see, people, you got to come up with ideas to make your wife feel good, just like she got to come up with ideas to make you feel good. I don't want my wife, if I've been married for her 30, 40 years, I don't want you wearing no long dress down to your knees and all that. I want you to look sexy. To me, this is what I'm saying. I want you to look sexy. I want you to be able to dress to go see the president. If I want you to, I'm going to be the same way. But when I come home, if me and you want to hang out on the chandelier, then we're going to hang out on the chandelier.
Oh, that P. Diddy. You got that P. Diddy around. You got some baby oil in your closet too, man?
I put some baby oil. I'll massage it, whatever she wants.
You all right with
If she want me to massage her, I'm going to have her bath water. I'm going to cook for her. I cook, wash, iron, I clean up, and I do a little sewing.
Mr. Winbush.
I'm very domestic.
Mr. Winbush.
Yes, sir.
This ain't no dating site now.
He's dying over there.
This is not a dating site.
Well, we just
I'm just kidding. No, that's kidding. Listen, I'm kidding. Listen, you know what? Fun without life to me equals nothing. And I always tell people that I'm coming with the energy.
Yes, sir.
But I'm coming serious with you because you talk about some serious business. But sometimes you got to let your hair down.
Yes, sir.
You got to have fun.
Well, you're dealing with a guy that don't have no hang-ups. I'm very transparent. I speak my mind. I ain't got no lies for you. I tell it like it is. A lot of people can't deal with me because the first thing they gonna say, Winbush, he gonna tell you the truth. Winbush ain't playing. No, I'm not playing. I manage Stacey Marino and I manage a guy named Kenneth Flynn. Cynthia Maria's daughter, which is named Visha Williams, she takes care of all of my business on the music side.
That's good.
So when you come booking Stacey or Kenneth Flynn, you got to come right because I'm going to deal with contracts. And whatever that artist want, like food and hotels and all that, then that's what you got to deal with. I started Starway to the Stars in the 90s, and I showcased a lot of local talent. Stacey Marino, Stephanie Bolden, you saw it, Chick Rogers, Ecoya Coleman. We got a lot of great talent here in Memphis, but these promoters in Memphis don't want to support our local artists. They got to go out of town to make money and to live, to make a living, because that's what they want to do.
Mr. Winbush.
I know you're thinking I'm looking at it.
What I'm thinking about, and I'm sure artists are there laughing. And listen, I don't know who out there listening, but what your wherewithal, what you have now, what you've been saying here.
Yes, sir.
You can actually be a great person for the school system that kids can look up to. I mean, you got the you got the knowledge, right?
Yes.
We need people like you, man, that can help. We need more people that's gonna get involved.
You got my number. Okay. Reach out to me when you feel
like. No. You know, I'm gonna tell you.
Tell me what I need to do.
I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody out there. Don't call me and ask me what you need because you see what we need.
Right.
If I got to call you, I don't need you.
Right. I respect.
I got to call you, I don't need you.
No, when I said Carmen, tell me where I need
I'm not
to go.
saying you. Okay, listen.
That's all I'm saying.
We going to communicate. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. First of all, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, sir.
And tomorrow, listen, guys, tomorrow to me is going to be near and dear to my heart. Something that I've been wanting to do, and I'm going to do it.
Okay.
It's going to happen tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
That's awesome.
I'm going to be at the board. I'm going to be at the school board tomorrow. And we're going to do something that's going to impact the school systems, the community.
Yes, sir.
And I pray that it inspire others to get involved.
Okay.
All right. And I don't want no accolades. The only thing I want others to do to inspire them to give back.
Right.
And if I can do it, you can do it.
Do it, yeah.
And tomorrow, if that's going to put heat on people, I don't care. Dr. Pointer said, man, you put heat on them. Newbie, I don't care.
That's what
I don't care. I'm going to put heat on you. You can, listen, they can keep sending me these texts. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You can text me. You can call me. Yeah, whatever you can do, you can't stop a man of God.
Amen.
You're not going to stop me. You're not going to deter me.
Right.
But tomorrow, it's going to be a new partnership with the school systems and my company, and we're going to make a positive impact. Okay.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's going to be a positive impact. We're going to blow it up.
Okay.
We're going to blow it up for a reason because we want, it shouldn't, you got churches sitting out there. Here's my other thing. Yeah. You got churches, you got pastors out here that's in y'all pocketbooks. They're speaking the word every week and not doing nothing for the community. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
I said it. And I'm going to tell you something. My good brother, Zebulon Russian. You know Zebulon, right?
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day. He said, you're doing the work the church is supposed to be doing.
That's true.
And for a man of the cloth to tell me that, it meant something to me.
He told you the truth.
And that's the truth.
That's what moved me about you. I kept watching you. I said, that fella, he ain't perpetrating.
I ain't perpetrating.
He ain't playing. And I'm looking at you because I'm on social media all day, every day. I got 100,000 people that reach out when I put something out there. I got them looking and watching what I do because I am a certified certified marketer. I know how to market whatever I want to do. If you tell me it's an elephant in the phone booth, you just tell me where you're at. I'm going to see if you're going to pick up the telephone. I'm going to put him on stage. That's the kind of marketing that I push. So, and I want to say this too. I want to show love to us, if you don't mind.
No problem.
These people been with me, and they've been sponsoring me. I just want to call their name out.
Go ahead, bro.
I got me a little cheat sheet.
Go ahead.
Judge Sugarman.
Go ahead. All right, Judge Sugarman, go ahead.
Crumpy Hot Wing. James Washington, Odell Sanders, Pressure World, Arthur Horn, The Privé, Chris Taylor, Stacy Spit to the Beat, and Reginald Hopkins, and also Charles Sims. Coming up, I want everybody to listen to me. Coming November the 30th at 1263 Winchester, I will be at Smooth Living, Smooth Living Restaurant. We're going to have a book signing, Odell and I. Odell and I have been doing a book tour for going on 8 months now. Something new that don't nobody do. You got a bunch of guys out here got books, but they don't never do no book touring. I go everywhere I need to go to try to talk to people. So come vibe with me on October the 30th from 2 to 5. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. I ain't got no secrets about who I am. I ain't got no hang-ups about what I have done or none of that. Like I told you, I used to be a private dancer. Yes, sir. My nickname was Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Look at he just died. But what I tell you, I done lived a life, man.
I see.
Well, you better call on God because God done been with me. That's what I'm telling you.
I Sledgehammer.
I was a private dancer. I danced for the rich white girl, rich old women, young, all of that.
Did it all.
I had on my fire department suit with the helmet and my boots and come up out of that.
Boy, you was on the city of the Memphis payroll.
Yeah, I had got so hot.
Right.
I was so hot until I had to stop because the policeman, a lot of the police wives was telling, man, that's Sledgehammer. Who is Sledgehammer? Winbush. I had got so hot on the fire department I had to stop.
You a terrible fella. You was a terrible fella.
I was a terrible 2-bit dog, pig, and a billy goat.
What you said, you said?
Yes, sir.
But you know what? Your testimony.
Yes.
Your testimony. And right now, Sledgehammer, You said you got to slow down, cuz.
I'm through now.
You out of the game.
I'm out of the game.
You out of the game, kinfolk. You done. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
done.
You're done. But
No,
yeah,
but really,
yeah.
I'm done mentally.
Yeah.
I'm done because
That's good.
I'm just want to be happy, live a peaceful life, push my book, push my music, show love back to what I have been through. So when I say God gave me a second chance, He gave me a second chance.
Well, here's your chance. So listen. I'm be tapping you on your shoulder.
I ain't got no problem.
I'm gonna tap you on your shoulder.
Yes, sir.
I need you to get involved.
Yes, sir. I'm with that.
I need you to get involved, right?
Okay.
We're gonna continue to spread the truth.
Okay.
No matter how uncomfortable people feel, we're gonna spread the truth. And tomorrow, and like I said again, tomorrow at the school board, we're gonna announce something real big tomorrow at the school board. And if I can be involved in over 40 schools in 4 states, that's big.
That's big, brother.
And if we can positively impact one child at a time,
that's making a progress.
That speaks volume.
Yes, sir.
I don't, like I tell folks, you go on social media and get likes for 5,000 likes for something that's irrelevant. But when you're doing something good, you can get 20, 30 likes. People look past your likes because they really don't love what you're doing.
That's true.
Because they don't love it for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, you can't stop a man of God.
That's what I'm telling you.
And God gave you another chance. God He has given me plenty of chances. I have fallen down, but I got back up.
That's the key.
I dust myself off. I learned from my mistakes and I moved on. Because I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect man.
And none of us.
We're not perfect.
That's right.
But now is the time to make your impact on the world. Because guess what? When you leave this world, Mr. Winbush, they don't remember you. They're gonna remember you for all the other stuff. You want to leave a legacy behind.
Right.
What these kids can remember you from. Okay.
Right. I'm with that.
And like I said again, these churches got to
step up.
They got to step up. And everybody want to step around coach. And it's fine, coach drive things. But you know what? We need them to step up consistently. And you got some churches out there that's really doing it. Mount Vernon, they steps up.
They step up.
They steps up.
I mean, that's in Westwood.
In Westwood, yeah.
They not playing.
Yeah.
I know Odell been out there for 30-something plus years, helping and giving and doing all of that.
Yeah. True Fellowship Ministry, we trying to step up. Pastor Bowers, we trying to step up. But
I
guess
didn't
what?
know it. Okay.
We got to step up, Pastor Bowers. We got to step up, sir. And I'm telling you, sir, we're going to step up and we're going to make an impact in the community which we serve. Okay. We can't keep putting these churches on every corner and they're not doing anything for the community.
That's right.
That's not going to happen. They need to be called out because they taking your money every week. They preaching the word and they not giving back to the community, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you need to call them out.
Yes, sir.
Listen, pastors out there, you put your britches on the same way I put mine on.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And because you think, some pastors can let that get to their head. They can let certain things get to their head. But you know what? It's all good because God got a plan for everybody.
That's what you said. You said a magic word there. A lot of things get to your head.
Yeah.
And that's when you make a bad choice.
What you said. So we got to start calling them out. And we're going to continue to do what we can do. And like I said, Mr. Winbush, I'm going to let you leave us with the last word. I thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
And I hope and I know that you inspired a lot because a lot of people didn't know what you've been through in your life, from women. And like I said, we all make mistakes. And I thank you, sir, for coming on to the Business Talk with Sedrick Turner, sharing your story, because I'm going to be tapping you on your shoulder. Y'all hear, right? Mr. Winbush, I'm going to tap you on your shoulder, and we're going to put a committee together.
Just give me a time to get here, because I moved away from the city.
I know you live in Bucktussle, Mississippi.
Well, that's all you know.
I know you live in Bucktussle, but listen, I'm going to let you leave, leave with the last word. I'm going to let you say something.
I want to say this, sir.
Yes, sir. Come on.
I thank you all for listening to this podcast. I thank Mr. Sedrick. I really do. I've been watching him, and he's doing a great job. And if he hadn't been doing a great job, I would not be interested. I wouldn't be here. So he motivated me. And what I'm saying this is that my book speaks for itself. It's called Gratitude. From gold dust to top promoter to prison to gratitude. God I'm grateful for what he done for me and what I've been through. So I'm here to say this. Come see me November the 30th at Smooth Living Restaurant at 1263 Winchester. Mente Butts is the owner of that restaurant, a nice health restaurant. We got to learn to eat we got to learn to eat better, and we got to learn about taking care of our health. I just want to say thank you all, Memphis, because you all have been good to Bob Winbush. And I want to give a shout out to the women, because women have been my #1 supporters. And I highly appreciate you all for 34 years of my life in the entertainment business, the book business, whatever I done been into. Y'all been there with me, and I want to say thank you.
Mr. Winbush, thank you again. I'm going to leave y'all with one other thing here. I'm going to stand up to do this one. I got to do this, and I told somebody I was going to do this. I'm going to stand up to do it, Mr. Winbush. You mind?
No, sir.
Okay, so when I do this, now all you haters out there, listen, you Pittsburgh Steelers haters, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Deatrice McCall. I'm talking to you, Miss Deborah Hubbard. Listen, I'm calling you all out right now because you always hit me up about my Pittsburgh Steelers. But let me tell you something. We are the world's greatest team ever. Don't you ever forget that. And like I said, we don't need any of you bandwagoners. We're good. You good. We good. You slaw boys, you better get it together because you made 60 million mistakes. Why you not going to the playoffs? Guess who that is?
Who?
Dak. Dak. They pay him $60 million.
Oh, Dak, yeah.
Yeah, Dak. So listen, all my Pittsburgh Steelers love, I love you. Y'all hit me up all the time. I love you. And listen, thank you for choosing. Thank you for listening and share this. Share Mr. Winbush's story. Come down November 30th to listen to him and his book signing, Gratitude. He gonna sign me my own copy. That's gonna be nice. I'm gonna read it tonight. I'm gonna read this book.
Thank you, sir.
And I pray that I learn something from it. And I'm pretty sure I will.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in and share this podcast if you can, tell your friends and just tell them Mr. Winbush, the Bushman sent you.
Thank you.
The ex-Hammer man. Thank y'all.
Thank you very much.